The fintech and the digital agenda is very, very key in what we do right now, because we have a lot of smaller players out there in the fintech space. And if you read anything in the public opinion, those are very much seen as a direct competitor or a threat to the bigger banks like us. So we have to make sure that we do not sort of discard the wealth of knowledge that is out there in which the fintechs operate, but be at the forefront of learning and adopting some of those technology, obviously within a regulatory environment framework, so that we can do it in a sustainable manner. And so what we do is we, for instance, at Barclay, we have an innovation hub where we trial and we adopt some of this digital and fintech skills and expertise that is out there to deliver better for our customers. So in terms of our mobile payments, check imaging, those sort of things are things we've looked at and adopted from the wider digital agenda out there. And in speaking to our regulators, they understand that there's a potential risk in the way the fintechs operate, but also the regulatory environment is also evolving and is adapting to be able to cater and look at how those rules and requirements can be applied to the fintech space. One of the lessons that really stuck with me is something someone told me a long time ago. And she said, you get more from influence by collaborating with people than from demanding and mandating people do things. She said to me, you should always aspire to be a leader that lives by influence than by fear. And that has just stuck with me, because I found that when I've led from a place of influence and a place of collaboration and a place of empathy and authenticity, the results have been a lot better than when you've tried to mandate something or put things through. The results may be the same from an outputs and operational perspective in terms of people will do what you need them to do, but you don't win hearts and minds that way. And you don't build up emotional capital, and you don't build up currency that you can spend in the future. Because in the workplace, influence is really the currency that we spend. I've always had a sense of justice, and I've always had the sense of everyone should have equal access to opportunities. And then what you make of those opportunities is up to you, but there needs to be an equality in the opportunities that are available. And so as a sense of that sort of social justice, I set up a social enterprise outside of work in 2015 called Career Masterclass, and the whole ethos of Career Masterclass is helping Black and ethnic minority professionals to progress in their careers. Because at that point, I was progressing in my career, and then I had a huge sense of responsibility to give back. And I thought, what is the way in which I can give back? It is in teaching people what I was never taught, so that people can benefit from my experience and my insights. So it started in 2015 as a very small, social enterprise. It's grown now organically over the past 4 years that we've been running, and now we have a lot of corporate backing, and our annual stretch conference, which we run in October in the Black History Month, has been a huge success and something that is now being recognized across industry as a way for Black and ethnic minorities to come together for a day of inspiration and career development. Having diverse teams is something I think every leader should strive for. And diversity not just in race or gender, but also diversity in experience and diversity in backgrounds. Having a diverse team around me has meant that we avoid groupthink, which is everyone sees things the same way, you come up with the same solutions, and you try the same things that have not worked. But having a diverse team around you means that sometimes as a leader, you may not like the views because you have your own views. But in listening to someone that sees things a different way, even from having diverse personalities, that just really brings the whole richness of experience to bear in the roles that we play on a day-to-day basis. So it's something I advocate for in my teams, in the teams that surround me, and on the leadership team on which I sit.